Hi.
Hey, Queen, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Hope everybody's doing good.
Yes, I hope. I do want to let everybody know real quickly that we don't see any comments. I'm not sure why, but I want to throw that out there. I'll be checking.
And we'll check on our other devices from time to time. We just don't want to have our heads down the whole time. So.
Right. And I don't know why, but they're not here. So just so everybody knows. And hello.
Before we even get started, this is obviously a serious matter. And I do want to share the human trafficking hotline. We can share it again at the end, but in case people come in and then they don't finish watching it, I did want to share that at the beginning, and we will have it in our description of the video. If you or someone you know needs help, you can contact the confidential National Human Trafficking Hotline. The number is 888-373-7888, or you can text HELP, HELP, to 233-733. So I did want to share that.
Yeah, thank you. Everybody should know that.
And I also wanted to say another thing. It doesn't matter which side you are politically or any of that. This is a human issue. And and I wanted to point that out too, that, this is something huge that's going on that I think we all need to be concerned about, no matter where you live or what your beliefs are. So.
Yes. I absolutely agree. I think it's very scary. And I think it's something that it's like with a lot of things. If it's not affecting you, then you don't realize it's happening. And it is happening. And it's so sad.
Yeah, I was telling Jackie, before we moved to Arizona, which is a border state, I lived in Michigan, and we didn't hear of all of this stuff that's going on. Once I moved to Arizona is when, my own county, I started hearing a lot of what was happening. And our old sheriff was on social media and, always walking through the desert, showing us where they wear, certain special mop shoes so that you can't track their footprints when they're coming in. And there were, kids' clothing and kids' backpacks. And it was just so sad.
No, it is. And I was born and raised here. It's not, that's something I've tried to explain to people. You don't even know the exploiting that goes on. Because whenever people say, oh, you don't have a heart. Well, in my opinion, you don't have a heart if you allow this. These women and children, it's horrific, the things that they go through, coming through. They take a lot of money from them, and then they go after their families once they even get them here. How many times here locally, Queen, have you heard these homes and these trucks, and they've got 50 people in them, right?
Too many.
Mass amounts. And these people have paid a lot of money to come to these coyotes, and what happens to them is horrible. And then once they get them here, you'll find them in a house, and it looks like a very nice neighborhood. You've seen these homes, right? Beautiful home. And you don't know what's going on inside there. And then they go after the families and threaten what they're going to do to these people if they don't give more money. And we're talking not even right on the border. right down the road from my house where we've had beheadings.
Yes.
That's it. It happens.
And
It's
I
horrible.
just saw a video from my county sheriff. They pulled over a van on the highway and they were all laying on the floor, and they started talking to them in Spanish, and they asked him, how much did you pay her to bring you over? And the sheriff said $1,000. And the guy said, I wish, 8,000 per person. And they were crammed on the floor in this minivan. It's just asinine. It really is. And it's scary. And we're going to show a quick video of something that just happened recently in the county we live in. And it's a short little video, but this is kind of what pushed us to talk about
This will break your, and trigger warning for it's sad. It's very sad.
It is sad. So yes, definitely trigger warning, but it's a short clip and you guys can see. And this is just one of many, many
that goes on all day, every day.
County Sheriff Ross Teeble.
My name is Mark Downs, Cochise County Sheriff. We're here today to talk about an 8-year-old boy that was trafficked that originated out of Cochise County that ended up in the hands of the Pinal County Sheriff's Office.
You heard that right. An 8-year-old was being trafficked.
Ya sabes que este niño no debe estar aquí. Estás trayendo a este niño ilegalmente. Lo quiero escuchar de ti, que ya sabes. Tú sabes lo que estás haciendo, señora.
This originated out of Cochise County, where a child trafficker ran by the criminal cartels, trafficked this 8-year-old boy up through my county into Pinal County, where your deputies work alongside the Cochise County Sheriff's Department Interdiction Team and Trafficking Unit brought justice for this little boy.
Y por eso, ¿cuánto te están pagando? ¿Cuánto?
No me pagaron. Nada.
Señora, te están pagando algo.
Sí, bueno, solo $500.
$500. ¿Puedes ir con nosotros? Okay.
When they got the call, my deputies didn't hesitate to run down to Eloy, meet with the little boy, make him safe, make him feel comfortable. And you can see on camera where he is visibly relieved when he can finally tell the truth and didn't have to give coached answers that he had been trained to give, to include a false name.
Él se llama Morgan. Yeah. Él tiene tu...
That little boy is now safe and secure as we try to get him back into his family. But most important is that child trafficker, that adult, is not going to face the criminal justice system through the federal government.
Wow. Wow. Estos son bien deliciosos.
This is not the end of this investigation, and this is never will be the end of us working together.
That's right. When sheriffs work together, state, local, and federal, we can bring success stories to you like this every day. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, Sheriff.
So, you guys, the woman who brought that little boy over, she didn't know him. It wasn't his parents, was paid $500 to bring him over to be sex trafficked. $500. And this is happening, like Jackie said, all day, every day.
No, it's so serious. And even there's a mall not far from here that is considered one of the highest trafficking hubs, or, there's teenagers in there and they go into that mall and they don't go home.
Yeah, I know what mall that is, because when we first moved here, we were going there because of the Sea Odyssey or whatever place that's by there. And then we would go into the mall. And then we heard about that being a huge sex trafficking place and parents dropping their girls off to shop because they think it's, the mall. And then their daughter's not being there.
Right. Because it's right off of I-10. It comes straight in through. That's where, you know, a lot of the vehicles are pulled over and people are in them and stuff, you know, off of I-10. So,
You know,
yeah, it's horrible.
and Jackie said something to me when we were discussing this about, you know, some of these parents think they're doing these kids a favor to give them a better life. They're not even coming over here with these little kids. They're sending them over with someone that they think and trust are going to bring them over. And this is a lot of times what's happening.
Yes, whenever you have, you know, the thing is the government is so corrupt there too, that the cartel is running everything. And this is how they make their money. And you know, if you even look at cartel runs the avocado industry there. It's actually terrifying. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
It's insane. No. And to think that you would hand your children over to them, and some people do it for bad reasons. Some people do, right, for money. That's any culture. Everybody does bad. There's bad people everywhere. But a lot of them do actually believe they're doing something good.
Yeah.
And it's bad. It's really bad. There needs to be more light brought to this. And it's not even just, you know, there's a lot of people involved in it. You know, I'm not even just saying there are other countries in Mexico running this stuff. It's a lot of different people, but the border is an issue.
It is. And we're going to do a video with more information and stuff that will come out. But we did want to do this live to discuss it too. But it is a huge issue. And like I said earlier, before I moved to Arizona, which is a border state, I didn't ever hear of this stuff. But eventually they trickle in to all of the states, not just the border states. So eventually it's in all of our neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm. No, it is. It is. And you know, it's incredibly, you know, the very thought that a human being is, you know, bought and sold, and you think about the things that they go through, you know, so many times my head starts going a lot of places with it, you know, which are very dark and very horrible. And you know, I've even thought to myself, what happens when they grow up? I mean, where are they? What happens? Do they get to grow up? I don't know. Like, there's so many things, right?
Well, and we know with the cartels, there's only two ways out once you start working with the cartel, which a lot of young kids do.
Yes.
Because they think the money is good. I told this story on one of our lives before, but I'll say it again since we're on the subject. When we first moved here, there was a car full of young high school boys, and they were getting pulled over for speeding, and they took the police on a high-speed chase. And the boy ended up losing control of the car and hitting a brick wall, because we have brick walls like everywhere here, even around our homes, and killed everybody but I think the driver is who lived, but I think he had 3 other passengers. Now, they didn't want to get pulled over because they had so many weapons and drugs in their car. Now, one of the boys was captain of the football team. They were straight A students, but they were working for the cartel because they get these young kids, and these kids see money. That's all they see, a quick buck to bring these drugs sell these things for them. But what they don't realize is the only way out is prison, or you're killed if you don't want to work for them anymore. You
Right.
know,
It's so dangerous.
it's
Oh my
so
God, it's
sad.
terrifying.
And I was talking to my friend about it when it happened. Her husband was from Mexico, and she said, this happens all the time here. This is not something new. That's what they do. You know, that's scary.
No, it's very scary. No, and I don't think it's talked about enough. I don't think that one of my biggest issues though is trying to see through all of this clearly, because people want to say, oh, first of all, there's no good reason to have an open border. There's just not.
No.
I'm sorry. That's my opinion. And I think it's a very valid one, but there's just not anything good out of that. And you know, with everything being ripe for corruption, we had how many people come through, how many kids came through? Nobody has any idea where they're at. Those are the ones that we somehow have some kind of record of. There's so many there's no record of. Nobody ever says they're missing. No one's looking for them.
No. Remember a couple of years ago when they temporarily shut down one of our borders? Do you remember that? Nobody was working. And we literally watched on the news, they were all like military age, you know, Chinese men. Do you remember that? Hundreds and hundreds of them. It was just men, you guys, Chinese men. There were no children, no women. It was just we were literally watching them come over the border. That is scary.
It is. And that's not even, you know, we're not even going into a lot of other situations concerning this.
No.
But just the human trafficking part at this point, there's so much more to it, obviously. But
And
to
drugs
just think,
and we probably will end up doing a couple videos because there is so much. But yeah, it's scary. And like I said, right now, Arizona, Texas, California, yeah, we deal with a lot of it, but eventually they all will be in your, you know, they'll be in your state too. And that's what's scary. So I did gather some statistics from government sources, DHS, CBP, and I just wanted to read a few of them. But in 2025, there was a significant decrease in border encounters, which is good, but it's still so high.
well, we at least are trying to stop. We weren't trying to, we were opening it up and inviting people and paying them, giving them everything.
Well,
Nobody can tell me that there's any good intention with that. There's zero good intention with that for them or for anybody. My thing is, so many people think that it's just mean that you don't care about these people. If you saw what went on, how many people have gone through there for many years here, have gone through, and the women that are raped by multiple people, the children raped by multiple people coming across. It has been, that to me is mean. That's what's mean.
It's awful.
But okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. So so in May of 2025, there was a 95% decrease in border encounters from just May of 2024. And then, so DHS reported over 2.5 million departures from the US since January of 2025 till now, including, so 1.9 million are self-deported. As they increased enforcements, people started just leaving, which is good. I mean,
Right.
it would be better for everybody that way, you know?
Right.
So,
Well, and let's be honest, whenever you have local cooperation, that's where you're not seeing nonsense. When you have the local authority, the local police agencies cooperating. And again, why would you not? These are not people with good intentions. When you don't want to fix such a problem, you know.
right.
But because a lot of places it's being very successful and very good, and you're not seeing that all over the news because the local authorities aren't causing trouble for it.
Right.
And but this has obviously become a hot button recently, but we've been watching this for the longest time here.
Yeah. So at least 20,000 young women and children are trafficked across the US-Mexican border every year. Now, it says this is obviously not an exact number because of the secretive nature of human trafficking. So we know at least 20,000 a year. One is too many. But think about
Right.
that number, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And children. I just can't get over the children.
No, to think about what's happening to them, absolutely, it's terrifying. To me, I'm scared. And can you imagine that 8-year-old boy? The fear.
I did just see this comment from Break, and she said our citizens are being murdered. Break, yes. And that will actually go into our video that we're going to record. I do have more to discuss on that too, because it's scary. It's scary. And there's too many people pushing back on this. And I just don't understand. I do think that, you know, obviously.
Well, a lot of it is
putting out-
misinformation. Yes,
Yeah.
it's exactly. That's most of it. And politicians.
Absolutely.
Again, they have a motive. They have a motive. They don't care.
No, and that's why I said, like, we as human beings need to care.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's probably pretty much it on the statistics, because I don't want to really bore anybody. I did want to put this out again. The confidential National Human Trafficking Hotline. If you or someone you know needs help, you can call 888-373-7888, or you can text HELP, H-E-L-P, to 233-733. I did want to put that out. It will be in our description, but I think it's important that everybody have that. You know, you've heard of stories of, you know, people on airplanes and then thinking something's not right and letting someone know, like, you know, this young girl on this plane who she's with, this just doesn't seem right. And it ended up being trafficking situations and stuff. So to carry that number with you is a good thing.
Yeah,
because
and
you
I'll
never
make
know
sure
when you'll need it.
I'll make sure to get it in the description. And again, sorry that I'm trying to watch the comments on my phone.
Me too. Like,
because
yeah, I mean, we can,
they're not
we just
showing
didn't
up.
want to look down while we were talking, but yeah, we can. Triney said, she said, all politicians are dirty. They only care about their pockets, both sides. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, it doesn't matter who you support, you know, what side you're on. This is a human problem. This is something we can all come together on and agree that
Right.
something needs to be done.
Yes, I believe so. And you're right. Oh, thank you.
Thank
Mama.
you.
Yes. Thank you for that. I'm trying to look over some of these. I can't. I apologize for this. I've been trying to even fix it while we've been live, and I can't.
No, it's fine. It's
It's
fine.
never happened. I just feel really bad about it. Right. There are, and you know, and I think even a lot of people, I've always believed that a lot of people go into things with the best intentions.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine that that everybody goes into everything with, you know, cruelty in their heart. You know, I that's hard for me to believe. But things happen, and whatever that is, I'm not even trying to fix that part, you know, whatever, but we need to, as people, be better. You know, you can't just say that's not my kid, that's somebody's kid. You know, of course we are protective of our own. We have to be. But I'm not okay with this boy. I don't know him. I don't know his family, but that's not okay.
And there's many, many more like him. And thank God that they found him.
And so what is that sign? Okay. I don't know if I think I know it. Right. Okay. What do you do? What is the sign like this? Is that what it is?
Maybe somebody in chat knows.
That,
Absolutely, Jen. Absolutely.
That's right. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yes. 100%.
You know, when that came out, that story that we showed you guys, and it came out on our local news, I think it was last week. Was it last week that it happened? I was so sick to my stomach. I just could not believe it. And for $500 to ruin that little boy's life, really?
And you don't know. The parents could have gone along with it. Maybe they were threatened. Maybe they took money. Maybe they thought it was going to be better. I don't, you know, who knows? But to me, them giving them back to the parents scares me because we don't.
Well, that's what I said when the sheriff said that. I was like, you're going to give him back? Well, I hope you're going to look into it before you send him back to his parents. You know, our old sheriff for my county, Jackie and I live in different counties, but our old sheriff, a lot of you probably know him from Jackie's Lives, but Sheriff Lamb, we've talked about him a lot. He used to be really vocal about all of the sex trafficking with the kids and women. And he would go boots on the ground all the time and take, you know, a lot of people there to show them. And I mean, it was crazy to see just the shoes that are left there and like I said earlier, the kids' clothing and bags.
Tons of
yes.
it. Yep.
And he said this is a daily occurrence, and they walk through that desert and a lot of them die. They don't even make it out of the desert because they end up dying from heat exhaustion. But it's a problem, and I think more people need to speak up about it.
Yes, I do too. And I'm glad. I was very happy when Queen told me she wanted to, you know, get into this subject. because it's very important. I'm
yeah,
being
that little
told,
boy
oh,
broke my heart.
mine too. I was just going to say, so I got a picture of it. So that is it. So,
Okay.
oh my God. Okay. So this is a sign for help. Okay. So you do this and then put your, so if somebody does that, that's to indicate to you that they need help. They're with people that are a universal sign for help. Yes. Yeah. I thought I've seen that before, but something we should know about also, if we see that, to do something.
Yeah. See
You know, I
something,
don't know
say
what you do.
something.
Right. You know, even when my kids were little, you know, I would tell them, you know, if anyone tries to talk to you anywhere, you just scream your head off, act like a damn fool, you know, just be the most irritating, crazy, cause a scene. You know, like
Yeah.
if you somehow get in a vehicle somewhere, make that damn thing wreck. Do whatever you got to do. You know, because you're not, if you get in a car, you're probably not going to get out of it.
I tell my 25-year-old daughter that. She looks young though, but I tell her that all the time when she's going for walks and stuff. I'm like, okay, but
Yes.
do not have your AirPods in. Make sure you're watching your surroundings.
Right.
And if someone stops, scream, do whatever you have to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because you just don't know, you know?
Yeah, I gave all of our grandkids, the teenage ones, this whistle thing.
I have
I don't
those,
know.
yes.
Yeah, and I've always just said, just absolutely make a scene.
I put whistles in the homeless bags that we did last year. I don't know if you remember, but I did those
Oh,
whistles too, because you just never know. You know,
right.
they're out there on the street. So I put those whistles in the homeless bags last year that you and I did. Yeah, because you just never know.
Yeah, I always say just start acting a damn fool and kick shit and carry whatever. But especially, you know, in some of these cases, like I said, it almost seems like maybe it's a good thing happening. They don't realize what they've got themselves into.
Right.
You know, till it's too late. So yeah, we're planning on doing more videos. We have some, we need to put a lot of this together and record some videos, because we have just a lot of stuff compiled, and we really want people to share this and get this out as much as possible, and have it in everybody's head. Have it be something that you are thinking about, because it's easy to not think about when it doesn't affect you. That's just human nature. But we have to understand, like somebody had just put in the chat, it is the children, they are our future, and we all have to care. We have to care about all the kids.
You know, I am close with someone who runs our trafficking unit for our county. So in the video, I will share some things that I learned through him too. And Jackie, you know, suggested I am going to reach out to him, and maybe in the future he would come up and talk to us. So, but yeah,
he's very involved in it.
It's very, very scary. And like I said, and I will pound it in everybody's head, this isn't an Arizona or Texas or California problem. This is everywhere problem. You just don't hear about it like we do because we're a border state.
Yeah, I agree.
Does anyone have any questions or statements?
Let me look on.
Yeah. I don't want my head to be down. I feel bad.
Could save your, yes, you're right. Oh, okay. Cinderella, hello. She said she's going to ask her youngest daughter if she's teaching this hand sign to her caseload of kids. She's a youth advocate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe have her keep that number, you know, at bay too, just in case, you know.
I was
close.
thinking that it wouldn't be a bad idea to even, you know, put it in your phone as a contact.
That's, yeah, just to always have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
if
mean,
you
can
see
you imagine
something-
if you were,
Sorry.
if you were able to save a child?
And that's what I was going to say. If you see something and it seems off, don't feel bad calling the police. They'd much rather come and it be nothing than you didn't call and it was something.
Right.
And women have a gut instinct like no other. So
Especially when it comes to babies.
I was
Yes.
just going to say, and especially with kids.
We're mothers to all of them, you know? I say that. When you're a mother, that's just who you are, and you can't help yourself.
Yeah, breaks that I hear about it all the time. I've talked to victims. The stories are horrible. That's why I told you, Break, I thought you would be good to come into this one because you always
Really?
give us such good info on our videos. So
Well, and if you want to, maybe sometime you'd want to come and talk to on a video or something. Get with it. I've never talked to
if
a
you
victim.
ever want to talk, you're more than welcome. You don't have to even show your face, you know,
Mhm.
but yeah, we would love that.
I've never spoke to a victim. I don't know how. I don't know how hard that would be.
Very. And that's, I think, why a lot of people turn their head because it is so heartbreaking and hard to hear.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
Oh.
again, the Human Trafficking Hotline, 888-373-7888, or text HELP, HELP, to 233-733. And maybe, like Jackie said, keep that in your phone. And if you see something, you know, or if you know somebody who needs help, it's totally confidential.
And obviously 911, you know?
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. That's why I said, don't be afraid to call. You know, if you think something's off, they'd rather come and it be nothing than you didn't call and it be something, you know?
Thank you, Mama, for putting that in there. I appreciate that. And what I saw
Oh, Care Bear said the school there taught her kids the hand sign. That's great.
right. Yeah,
That's
that is
great.
good. Yeah, we all need to teach all of our kids that stuff.
Yeah, Cindy, screenshot anything. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, of course.
Just don't screenshot this big zit on my cheek.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had that talk about menopause. And I said in menopause I developed some acne. I never did when I was going through puberty. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, me neither. And now all of a sudden, I think I'm going through puberty because I am breaking out.
Oh my God, that's crazy. But yeah, anything that anybody wants to add to that, we definitely would love to hear it and get out every possible bit of information we can.
Absolutely.
And let's just make it something that we're gonna do. We're gonna save every kid we can.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, that's one thing we all agree on.
Right.
Is saving these kids. And
Yeah, if you don't tell me, because I don't want to hear that.
yeah, if you don't, get the F out of here. But
Yeah.
no, you're not welcome here. But also, like we always say, if there's anything you guys want us to discuss, any topics, there's nothing that we won't discuss. I think we've kind of come to terms of we pretty much, other than the holiday, fun streams or answering questions from people who write in, we are trying to talk about a lot of the things that nobody really talks about, and bringing awareness to a lot of different things. So if there's ever anything that you guys want us to talk about, you can always leave a comment, or you can email us. Our email's always in the description. So there's that too.
Yeah, and thanks so much for being here. We are going to be doing more lives, and this subject, we have a ton more to go through. A lot.
Oh my gosh, we have so much. And I wanted to say too, like we told Break, if she ever wants to come and chat with us and do a video, if any of you do, if we're talking about a topic a lot about, or you have things you want to discuss regarding it, you're more than welcome to. We can let you know when we're going to record. And again, you don't have to show your face, if you don't feel comfortable doing that. Don't let that sway you from doing it. But if you have information you want to share with us, we can never have too much information. So
No. So this is not the end of this at all. It's just the beginning. And there's a really good chance that Queen and I are going to go out and take some video of some of these areas and show you.
I think that's a great idea, actually. Maybe we do that soon, and go out and show. I think that's a great idea. A great idea.
Because it would surprise you.
Very much.
So I don't know if you have anything more you want to go
Yeah, I was going
over.
to say, before we get off, if there's anything anybody wants to add to it. Thank you, Mama's the Boss. Thank you, Try Me. Appreciate you guys. But if there's anything else you guys want to add to it, if not, we'll get going. But watch for videos, because we do have a lot of information to share. And again, if anybody ever wants to talk with us, you're more than welcome to do that as well. And we appreciate your support. I know, we're not a big channel yet. We're a new channel. So we're just trying to grow and get some important topics out and shared.
Yep. Yep. That's what we said.
Well, oh, sorry.
No, I was just joking.
And hey, I have a lag on my end, so I'm not really cutting Jackie off. I know it seems like I am, but
No. No, there is a lag. There is. It happens. But we appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much for being here, and excited. I love seeing all you guys in here. I appreciate you.
It's so nice. And we appreciate you guys so much. And we appreciate the information you're sharing and commenting on our page. And we definitely look forward to the next live and showing some more info.
And we'll have comments fixed. So.
Yeah, and we'll have comments fixed, so you're not staring at the tops of our heads.
Right. Oh God.
Well, have a great Sunday, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yes. Have a great night. Thank you. And we will see you very soon.
I was just going to say, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
To the end. Yeah, you're really one of us now. Laughing through the chaos. Hanging for the last. Wow. Thanks for watching. That's what she said. Hey! Hit the like, share, and subscribe to your new besties. Your new besties. Thanks for watching. Hey! That's what she said. Oh! Stick around, ring the bell. You belong with your new besties. Drop a comment, tell a friend you know you want to replay. Same time, same place. We'll be back to make your day.